It's been 7 years since the day I lost you. I grew up, I made it to adulthood, but you never got that privilege. When I can't sleep at night, I sit in bed and think about you. Every day, I regret being absent the night you took your last breath, and while I know it is selfish, I can't help but hope you don't hold it against me. Every day I think of you, I find myself going through the stages of grief all over again. Some days I pretend you're still here, because your absence pains me too much. Because the thought of losing you weighs heavy on my conscience, and I fear that, even after all these years, I'm still not strong enough to let you go. I can't help but resent the people who hurt you, who watched your light fall between the cracks and did nothing to save you. Their hands scorned by the rich blood of innocence, tears of forlorn children, and a lack of remorse I've still yet to see challenged. I'd give anything to have you back, to give you the second chance you deserved. My heart aches every time you cross my mind, and I know I'm not alone in this feeling. Your absence affects more people than you could ever imagine. If only you were here to see it. But while I pray for your eventual return, I can't help but wonder if you were truly just a product of your time. If the growing layers of nostalgia and retrospection had tarnished your image. If you could ever reach your former glory. And if you'd even be recognizable. I know in some way you're still here, though you've been reduced to a hollow shell, a cheap, soulless 2D rendering of your former glory. Your children sit orphaned in a world not built for them. A derelict mall stands as the last bit of infrastructure left to remind us of your legacy, and I can only imagine the desecration that befalls the once vibrant labyrinths and forests we used to call home. Eerie silence has replaced your once warm light. I miss you.
I think it is best that we don't focus solely on our grief, but our many joys as well. The long hours we spent building a world just for the two of us. A world we may have grown apart from, but that we could never forget. It is in this world that we used to tell stories. Stories of ancient kings and queens in a kingdom devoid of any such royalty. Stories of hidden secrets within every cove of a sprawling wilderness. Of ruins flooded with intrigue, and of breathtaking vistas, beauty as far as the eye could see. You loved these stories. We loved these stories. I'd be remiss not to mention the circumstance of your death. A death forged from neglect, from mismanagement, a death that plagued not only you, but your kin as well. So many lie motionless on this battlefield, lost to war, a loss equal in scope to the burning of the Library of Alexandria, and a war in the name of progress, of innovation. But what's the good in progress if you're not here to bear witness to it? Sorry. Your loss truly marked the end of an era, the end of innocence, of simple pleasures, of carefree afternoons. Despite our many adventures, we neglected to preserve a record of your image. Your many facets lost to time, desperately holding on to the last of our memories, trying to stay with us. but we've forgotten. Forgotten the way you used to sound, the places we'd go, the rooms we'd occupy. All of that is gone now, without so much as a goodbye. Old glimpses of you fade into obscurity, less than a passing thought in the midst of our busy days. Songs we used to take for granted erode in an ocean of our tears. In all honesty, I fear for the day I forget you entirely, where your name is erased from the annals of history and no one notices. But we're still here, for now, for whatever good that brings. We'll remember you until our thoughts run dry, until we may reunite amongst the distant stars, the bittersweet nostalgia flooding our tear ducts and enveloping our very souls, while we embrace for the very last time. So with that, I bid you goodbye. Thank you for the good times. Thank you for your very presence. Goodbye, Mazin Hamsters. Goodbye.